Hi, Brittany Cano here, founder of Holistic Nurse Coaches. I'm a life coach and holistic nurse. So I'm going to take you through a Yin Yoga practice, which is really a practice today dedicated to self-compassion. Sometimes we can get so caught up in our day-to-day and the busyness of life, of the hustle bustle, you know what I'm talking about, that we lose contact with ourselves. We feel like we may not even know ourselves, or maybe we've been just being a little harsh with ourselves, or judging ourselves, criticizing, comparison. So this is really a practice to welcome love and kindness to yourself. I know you give so much to so many people, and sometimes at the end of the day, there's really not enough left for yourself. So with this practice, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position. If you have pillows, bolsters, you might want to bring those just so this can be an even more nourishing practice today. So go ahead, find yourself in a seated position. If you're okay to sit cross-legged, I'm going to invite you to do so. So today's practice is really about honoring and accepting where you are, how you are, who you are. So there's no doing this practice right, and there's really no doing this practice wrong. It's your practice. So I'm going to encourage you to move in a way that feels good and nourishing to yourself. And sometimes we're not actually even aware what that is. And that's okay too. But bring curiosity to your practice and really bring in this kind, gentle, maybe even playful energy to your practice tonight. So we'll go ahead and start by letting the eyes close down if you feel comfortable to do so. And begin to bring your awareness to whatever's present for you right now. So maybe your mind is going a million miles a minute, or there's something in your body that's kind of talking to you, getting your attention. Or there's something else that just happened in your present there. So just allow that to come into your awareness. And then I'm going to invite you to imagine putting those thoughts, putting your day, your to-do list, any issues that you've been dealing with, problems that feel like they need to be solved. I want you to imagine that you just put them into a box. And you close the lid on this box. You lock the box. And then you just push the box aside, and before you know it, it's completely out of your sight. And only you have that combination to the lock in case you do want to go back and revisit that. But for now, you're creating this safe space for yourself. This is your time for you. I know you don't need my permission, but I'm giving you full permission to allow yourself to be here as you are. We play a lot of roles in life, a lot of responsibilities, maybe even wear a lot of masks. And right now, this is really an opportunity for you to come back home to yourself, back to your heart, back to your body, back to your emotions, back to your center. Beginning to find the breath, taking a deep inhale through the nose, breathing down into the belly, and then slowly exhaling out through the mouth. 3 more breaths in this way with your own pace. Deep inhale, relax those shoulders, and full, slow, expansive exhales. Couple more breaths in this way. There's no rushing right now. We're allowing ourselves this time to slow down. And if we're not used to slowing down, it's normal that this is challenging. One of the reasons I love this practice is I need that balance to help me be, to help me slow down. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Just becoming aware of whatever's present in your body as you start to move your head in circles, making some neck rolls 3 times in one direction. And as you notice what's present in your body, if there's any discomfort, pain, tension, resistance present, I want you to acknowledge these areas. Sometimes we're not even aware that they are there. Other direction, because we're so busy, or we're in our head, or somewhere else. And that's okay. Don't feel bad for that. Come back to center. Let the head come back to neutral. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So just rolling those shoulders. So any areas in the body you'd like to send extra love to, rolling the shoulders the other direction. I want you to go ahead and just imagine sending loving energy, just like you do to a dear friend or loved one. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and cross the other leg in front. So switch in the fold of the legs. You can open your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep your eyes closed. Sitting up nice and tall, fingertips in front. Allow those sits bones to connect you to the earth, to your mat, to the ground, to the floor. And tuck the chin. Start to slowly roll on forward, walking those fingertips as far forward as feels good in your body, or maybe not. Pausing here, adding a breath. In Yin, we want to practice finding our edge, but not going over the edge. So on a scale of 1 to 10, moving at about a 5, maybe a 6, but no more than that. Walking your hands on over to the right side while keeping your hips connected to the earth, feeling into the fingertips, feeling into the soles of the feet. Noticing the gift of however your body is right now. Maybe it's not the way you want it to be, but it's the way it is, and there's a lot to appreciate. Walking your hands back to center, over to the other side. Nice stride stretch. Again, anchoring those hips down to the mat. Feeling the palms of the hands. As you notice the breath, walking those hands back to center. Maybe both palms are flat on the earth. Pause. Maybe for the first time in a while. Taking a full inhale and exhale, you start to walk those hands back in. Tonight, today, whatever time you're in this practice, we're going to slow down. So much of our day requires us to be on the go. Believe me, I know. We're going to come on to all fours. If your knees bother you, you can come onto your back already. You can also double pad here. So add extra padding, whether it's a blanket, whether it's to roll your mat. Again, this is a really nurturing, gentle practice. I'm going to have you inhale as you feel those fingertips and those knees connected with the earth. Round the back, tuck the chin, create a hollowed out belly as you stretch through the entire back side of the body. Tuck those hips under. As you exhale, drop the belly down, open up through the heart space, through the throat. Imagine touching the back of the head to the back of the hips. Not possible in this body. And a couple more times. I want you to move however feels good here. Move with your breath, move with your body. You don't need me to tell you how to do this. You know. At a very deep, innate way, you do know. Sometimes we've been so, a lot has happened in life. And we lose connection to our body, to our breath. No fault of our own. Go ahead, come back to center. Go ahead and walk those fingertips forward. You're going to set your hips back and then come on forward, dropping those hips forward, maybe looking up. Gentle movement. One more time, set those hips back, moving towards the heels. Palms are flat. Maybe drop your forehead down, maybe not. And then come on forward. Good. Go ahead and come on down onto your belly, bending those elbows. Drop your forehead to your forearms. Take a breath here. Let the breath travel deep down into the belly. Gentle, easy breaths. Bringing kindness to yourself through this practice. Reminding yourself that you are doing the best that you can. Just like you give grace and leeway and compassion to others. Seeing if you can also start to soften the edges towards yourself. And getting to know yourself on a deeper level. I'm going to walk those elbows in, fingertips pointed outward, coming into Sphinx pose. Fingertips are out. You can have the elbows under the shoulders. It's going to be a little deeper opening, or you can walk those palms forward. We're going to stay here for about 45 seconds. Try not to collapse too much down into those shoulders. Let the head lengthen. Imagine a little string pulling the crown of your head. Imagine opening up through the chest, through the throat, through the heart space. Maybe you feel a little tension in that lower back. Start to relax through the hips. Relax the thighs, noticing where the tops of the feet make contact with the mat, with the earth. Again, coming back to the breath. We hold these postures a little longer in Yin. As we start to get into this practice, you might notice emotions come up. Invitation to allow them to flow through, whether it's joy, anger, frustration, sadness, confusion, grief. Just feel into what's there and stay with the breath, allowing the mind to rest. Good, good, good. And we're going to go ahead and walk on back down onto the ground. I'm going to invite you to stick your left arm out to the side. You can have it in a T, or you can bring that palm flat. You're going to look the opposite direction. This should be interesting here with these AirPods in. Slide on down. So you're going to look away from the left arm. You're going to look to your right, and maybe you just roll to one side. Or maybe you bring that leg back over. Whatever feels good in your body, you can also stack those hips. Here's a heart and shoulder opener. Once you've found your edge, remember that 5 or 6. I want you to settle in. If you feel like there's a lot of hanging on, a lot of efforting, notice how I moved my leg back. I want you to dial it back. In this practice, you're practicing how you want to treat yourself. Sometimes we just hurry ourselves, shortchange ourselves, not listen, have different standards for ourselves than we do for others. And so here right now, it's your chance to bring that same kindness to yourself. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start to come on back to your belly gently. Bring that left arm in. Maybe you move your arms a little bit side to side. Now you're going to look over to your left. You're going to bring your right arm out. And you're going to roll onto that right shoulder. And you might have a little different opening or range of motion on one side compared to the other. And this practice shouldn't be painful. There's a difference between being out of our comfort zone or feeling into our edge than there is with something being painful. We don't want this to be a painful practice. You're doing a great job. You might soften your jaw. Let your breath be slow and steady. Taking it easy. You work so hard. You do so much, and you're so appreciated. When you're ready, making your way back onto your belly. Allow your left hand to be under your left shoulder. Right hand slowly comes into the right shoulder. We're going to gently move ourselves on back up and transition into a child's pose. Bringing your big toes together, knees out wide. Set those hips back towards the heels, and then you're going to go ahead and walk those hands forward. You can always bring a pillow if you'd like to raise the ground up and rest your head on the pillow. You can go to the side with your head. You can look straight down. You can also place a pillow between your heels and your glutes. And if this doesn't work in your body, you can always go ahead and come onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. So any variation. We're going to go ahead and hold this child's pose for around 2 minutes. So finding your point of allowing your body to be here. Finding a place where you feel like you can find some form of stillness for the next 90 seconds or so. And an invitation to explore what's present for you in the stillness. Maybe you can observe a craving to move, where there's certain thoughts or emotions that are popping up. We don't want to resist them. But for the next little bit, perhaps just noticing them. Sometimes we might feel like emotions or cravings are emergencies. So in this space, we can see that we can be with a craving to move, to adjust, to fix, to quiet, to get back to comfort. We can be with an uncomfortable or elevated emotion and allow. Taking nice slow breaths here. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking the time, for honoring and nurturing your body. This practice of respecting yourself. Taking one more deep, full inhale. And allowing the exhale to perhaps come out through the nose. Slowly, slowly walking the left hand underneath the shoulder, pausing, feeling the fingertips against the earth. When you're ready, slowly, slowly, slowly walking the right hand under the shoulder, feeling those fingertips against the earth. As we transition here, we're going to do so with grace, with ease, with flow. Gently beginning to rise up, taking your time, and you're going to gently take a seat onto the glutes as you make your way on down to the mat. Coming on to your back side. Come down slowly, slowly, slowly. Very good. Letting your head come on down. Go ahead and slightly tuck the chin there. Allow your shoulders to melt down. We're going to hug the right knee into the chest and rock side to side, giving your lower back some love. Coming back to center. Ankle rolls here. You might decide to bring your bottom leg down straight. rolling the ankle the other direction. Just gentle compression here. We're going to bring the right leg now over to the left side of the body. Maybe this twist is enough. Maybe you bring that leg all the way over, keeping your shoulders anchored, and stretch out through the right arm, and maybe even bringing your gaze over to the right side, or perhaps you keep your gaze upward towards the sky. And for the rest of this practice, I'm going to start to bring in some words of affirmation. So you might say these to yourself out loud or listen to them, but I'm going to invite you to notice what's present for you with these affirmations. Bring in that same kind curiosity. And we'll be in this posture for about 2 minutes. So settling into some stillness, allowing your body to take whatever shape it wants to without forcing it. The affirmation here is I can see my efforts and I appreciate myself. I can see my effort and I appreciate myself. Sometimes we want to be appreciated by others, but if we're to be honest, maybe we haven't been really appreciating ourselves. So taking this time to give appreciation and gratitude to yourself. I can see my efforts and I appreciate myself. Maybe even feeling some celebration coming alive in your body. That's right, you showed up again today. Making sure to let the breath travel down into the abdomen with slow, complete exhales. Letting it go. Handing it over. Being supported by the foundation on which you're lying. When you're ready, go ahead and gently hold on to that right leg. Bring it back to center. Come back to center and then bring that right foot into the inside of the left thigh. It's as though we're doing a lying down tree pose. You might anchor down into that left hip. Maybe you place your hands both on your hips, or maybe one hand on the left hip to kind of anchor that hip down, and the other hand on your right heart or on your abdomen, so that you can connect to your breath, feeling the vitality of your body. Your body showed up for you again today. We'll be in this posture for about 2 minutes, so allowing those elbows to kind of ease down towards the heels, relaxing that jaw, neck, shoulders. And the affirmation here is I give myself permission to rest, to enjoy. I give myself permission to rest and enjoy. Sometimes it might feel like you don't even know how to rest, or that you have to work really hard to have permission to enjoy. But deep down we know that's not true. So this act of compassion, I give myself permission to rest and enjoy. There's something you can enjoy in this moment. Taking 2 full, expansive breaths. Feeling the rest of the breath, the enjoyment of the breath. Using your right hand on the outside of the right thigh, you're going to gently assist your right leg back to center. Take a pause here. Let go. When you're ready, straighten out the right leg. Lengthen through the fingertips and the toes, stretching out as long as you can. Maybe bringing a smile to your face. And then hugging the left leg into the chest. Rocking side to side. Little self-massage. Yin also gets into the fascia, the connective tissue. We hold these postures longer. Really supportive for the body. Coming back to center for the nervous system. When you're ready, bring your left leg across the body over to the right side, anchoring those shoulders down. Maybe bringing your left arm out and looking towards your left hand. You might close your eyes. The affirmation here is, I feel okay in this moment. I feel okay in this moment. You might exchange the word okay with safe or good, whatever resonates more for you. I feel okay in this moment. I feel safe in this moment. I feel good in this moment. Just noticing how your body responds to those words. Just information. No right, no wrong. Again, you're just giving yourself permission to show up however you are right now. Seeing if you can ease into this posture even a little bit more as you take a full deep inhale. And exhale, letting go. If you're looking over to your left side, you bring your head back to center. You gently bring your left leg back to midline. Take a pause here, maybe holding the leg with both arms. And then when you're ready, go ahead and let the left foot come into the right side of the inner thigh of the right leg. You might anchor that right hip down by placing your hand on your hip here. Again, let those elbows kind of drop down so you have some space in the shoulders. Maybe place your left hand on your heart. And the affirmation here is, I'm doing the best that I can, and that's enough. I am doing the best that I can, and that is enough. You might have a inclination to say, but I can do better. Right now we're letting that go. There's a level of acceptance that comes when we can see the humanness in ourselves, is that we really are doing the best that we can. Always a room for expansion, for growth, for deeper healing and integration. But whatever is showing up in your life, it's that reminder that I I'm doing the best that I can, and that's enough. Allowing a sense of acceptance to wash over you. Allowing a sense of surrender, maybe a deepening of your faith and a deepening of your trust. Taking one more full inhale here and completely slowly exhaling, taking your time. And then moving your left hand to the outside of the left thigh, helping assist that left leg back to center. Taking a pause here, and then bringing your right foot flat to meet the left. Lifting those hips up, coming back to center, tucking that tailbone under. Bringing the knees into the chest, hugging the knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. Coming back to center, holding here. And as you hug here, I want you to imagine you're hugging your whole entire body. You're just giving yourself a big old hug. Oof, lots of love, just like you do when you see your favorite person. You're bringing it home to yourself. All right, lots and lots of love. All right, I see you. I love you. You're amazing. Yes, yes, yes. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring both feet flat onto the mat. And you can stay here with your feet flat if you'd like, or you can go ahead and extend those legs into Savasana, allowing those ankles to kind of line up under the hips if your legs are straight. See if you can kind of find center and balance in your body. And then allow the feet to come out to the side. Allow the arms to come out. Palms facing up in a state of surrender, allowance, acceptance. Appreciating your ability to give so much. Appreciating and giving gratitude for your resilience, your persistence, your commitment to continue on your journey. Acknowledging that it has not always been easy. Giving tenderness and kindness to the challenges and to your triumphs. And beginning to shift your awareness to remember all of those triumphs, all of the times you have gotten back up, all of the times you've made a difference, all of the times you've chosen to take the high road, all of the times you've maybe resisted a temptation. Connecting to your breath, connecting to your body, feeling the aliveness that runs through your cells and your veins, feeling the aliveness that runs through your mind, the aliveness and love that moves through your heart. And taking a deep inhale and adding a pause at the top of the inhale. feeling into this experience of what it means to be a human in this time and place. You were meant to be right here. When you're ready, exhale completely and release. Taking a moment of silence, a moment of gratitude, appreciation for yourself, for your life, for all that which gives you life, gives your life meaning, for your loved ones, and allowing that gratitude to wash over you. Thanking yourself for showing up and extending that gratitude to everyone and everything that made it possible for you to show up right here, right now. When you're ready, start to bring some gentle movement back into the body. Take your time, maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe move your head side to side. Crossing your arms over your chest, bring your hands to your upper arms and shoulders, just giving yourself a really gentle, nice hug. And then go ahead and put one foot flat and pause and move those hands a little bit down your arms, just giving yourself a little more warm embrace. That I got you, I'm here. To any parts of you that have been experiencing insecurity, fear, worry, anxiety, to your inner child, to your past self, extending that compassion, that love. Bring the other foot flat, walking those hands a little bit more down to the elbows again. Feeling your breath, feeling your own embrace. It's as though you're telling yourself, hey, I've got your back, as you say that to yourself. You can gently go ahead and roll over to your side. Pause here. Whoop. You might use your hand or your arm to rest your head. Gently come on up to a seated position when you're ready. Take your time. Coming into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like to. We'll take a breath or two here. Finding your center in the seated position. Lengthening your spine. Being proud of yourself. Honoring yourself with your posture, with your presence. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Yes, here you are. Here I am. Allowing your heart to stay open, your mind to stay calm and focused, your body alive, well, grounded, healthy. Placing your palms together, maybe bringing your thumbs up to your forehead, bowing in honor. Thank you so much for joining into this Yin Yoga self-compassion practice. Namaste. You can take your time. Maybe you want to journal or reflect on your practice. Drink a warm cup of tea or some water. Take care. Have a great night or day or morning.